Welcome to Yogea Asana Lab. This series is especially designed for you to get valuable feedback and tips how to get in and out of poses. So today's section features 3 asanas: headstand, plow, and shoulder stand. Let's start by doing headstand. So we will undo our legs if we were seated. Walk into cat pose. Then walk the hands so that the shoulders track over the tips of the toes. That's where we're going to place our head so that it forms an equilateral triangle with our hands. The crown of the head presses towards the mat or the floor. The hands have just formed an equilateral triangle with the head. From here, we're going to bring the elbows in and draw the shoulders down away from the ears. So feel this action of the shoulders moving down. And once you have this, curl the toes under. Walk the feet towards the elbows, as close as you can. And now stay here for a moment, check your alignment, make sure your elbows are not splaying out, so you want to keep them in, and check your base. In this case, the base is the crown of the head and the 2 hands that are planting firmly into the floor, all the knuckles pressing down into the floor. From here, close the elbows a little bit more, shift your weight into your pelvis, so the pelvis is stacked over the torso and the torso moves naturally into the cervical spine and into the crown. From here, lift your right leg up only, test and breathe, close the elbows, make sure you're pressing through all the knuckles, and then bring the foot down and then lift the left. Open, 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 and bring it down. We're just going to rest for a moment, so curl the toes back in, press into the tops of the feet, fist your hands, place the right fist on top of the left, and twist your neck, place your third eye into your fists and rest for a moment. We're going to try it one more time. This time going fully into Sirsasana, headstand. So again, replant your hands, shift your weight forward, curl your toes under. So you already have the alignment set. Place the crown of the head so it forms a triangle with the hands. Transfer the weight entirely into the crown of the head. And now walk the feet as close to your elbows as possible. From here, you may want to bend the knees and try placing your shins slightly lower than your kneecaps into your upper arms. Bring the legs in from your core. Gently lift. Keep the knees bent. Just test yourself here. And then, if you feel comfortable, extend the legs all the way up. Fan your toes. Lift from the arches. Fan the toes. Feel the energy moving from the crown of the head to the tailbone into your legs. Engage the legs. Keep the elbows moving in, shoulders away from the ears. Take one more breath here. And as you exhale, bend the knees, bring them into your upper arms. Set the feet back into the floor. Bring the knees down, uncurl the toes. Transfer the weight into your heels. And this time, place your left hand over the right and into the third eye. Twist your neck, right and then left. Inhale once, exhale. And inhale, press the hands back into the mat and roll up. So Sirsasana usually is counterposed by Sarvangasana and Halasana. Shoulders stand into plow. So we'll swing the legs, bring the seat so we have mat surface to roll all the way down. And we will start Sarvangasana by first preparing the shoulder girdle as we take supported bridge or Setu Bandhasana. So make sure your feet are parallel. The inner thighs are moving in and the outer thighs are framing the inner thighs further in. Press the hands into the floor. Start to inhale and one vertebra at a time, roll up, opening through your chest. Resist the urgency to open the knees. Keep the legs and your thighs parallel. Keep on lifting. Once the chest reaches the chin, roll the shoulders under and interlace your fingers under your tailbone. Move further up, expand, close your inner thighs. Arch through your mid-back, keep your lower back long. So just feeling one more breath, shoulders down. The chin moves to the chest. The legs are parallel. You're pressing through the four corners of the feet. From here, walk back down again with your spine, one vertebra at a time. And as you bend the knees into the chest, shoot the legs up, using momentum and slightly back. Walk your hands further up your spine, making room for your upper arms and your elbows. Once you're here, make sure that your elbows are not splaying out, so you want to bring them in. The fingertips are pointing towards the waist. From here, open through the mid-back, so crawl your hands further up your spine, fingertips pointing down to the tailbone. Once you can breathe freely, make sure that there's space between your chest and your chin. From there, pressing your hands firmly into the mid-back, lift your right leg up, and then your left. Moving into shoulder stand, flex the metatarsals, keep your arches pointing, and feel you're leaning into your hands as you're pressing your shoulders down and coming into one line. Elbows in, front ribs soft, lengthen through the sides of the ribs, open across the collarbone, leave space for your chin. Breathe deeply. As you move your legs up and back, keep the tailbone in one line with your collarbone. Breathe one more and exhale. Slowly transition from shoulder stand into plow, Halasana. So dropping the legs down, walking the feet further to the back. If this is a little harder for you and your spine is not yet so open, you can just hold your lower back, but always make sure that the elbows are not splaying out. So you want to keep the elbows in and then open the knees, softly rocking right and left. Once you get a little more mobility in your cervical spine, walk the feet further away. Interlace the fingers at your mid-back. Draw the fingers and the interlaced hands down. And now again, roll the shoulders slightly into the midline. Shoot the energy through the tailbone. Tailbone moving up. Breathe deeply here. Inhaling all the way and exhale. Go a little deeper. Inhale, lift. Engage your legs. Exhale deeper. Last breath. Inhale, lift, and exhale. Go a little deeper in your cervical spine. Stretch. As you press the hands down into the floor, start to roll one vertebra at a time, all the way down. Opening the spine. Use your abs here to counteract the movement of the legs and to bring you down. Bend the knees. Place your feet into the floor, and the pose that naturally follows after plow or shoulder stand is fish pose, Matsyasana. So we're going to do it here to make our spine feel good. Lifting from the elbows, gently arch in your mid-back. Walk your elbows further back so that the shoulders track over the elbows. From here, drop your head down. Experience this semi-pose here. Open through the mid-back to the upper back. Now hold your lower back with your hands. Walk the elbows further in and gently place the crown of your head into the floor. As you hold your glutes, you're going to slide the crown further into your navel. Extend your arms over the head. And once you have the upper body into fish, extend your legs and flex the feet. Breathing here, opening through the mid-back to upper back, shoulders away from the ears. Moving into the crown of the head, flex the feet. Bring the inner feet and edges together. Inhale one more time. And exhale, bend the elbows to come out of fish. Again, bring your forearms into the floor. Tuck your chin in. Roll down. And now holding the back of your head, exhale the chin to the chest. And release the feet that are flexed. Take a little side bend with your head and bend the other way. So finding that counterposing after the inversion. And once you're there, open and prepare for relaxation pose, or just take the poses separately, one after the other. And this concludes our 3 key inversions.